Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Dimela Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a collective reading, and this is for the full moon in Leo on the 5th of February 2023. Leo is the 5th house, rules the 5th house. On the 5th of February, we find this is very synchronistic for that 5 number. 5 is all about changes and becoming and transformation and evolution. And the Leo is about passion, solar plexus, creation in your truth, the divine masculine frequency, creating within your truth, within your authentic power. And we have been healing the divine masculine frequency these few years. Well, honestly, these few ages, but for these last few years, especially in the 2000s, the 2020s, we have really been healing the divine masculine frequency to align with source energy, which is you, in order for all of our actioning frequencies, for the light, for the physical to manifest within source, to honor source, in order for us to truly discover the true alchemists we are. This full moon in Leo brings powerful healing, for it's time for you to really step into your authentic truth, your authentic being, that you now release the physical from taking responsibility of your well-being, taking responsibility of your ease, of what you are, but rather allowing the physical to become the form of source. You are responsible for your well-being. You're responsible for your emotional well-being. Source within you is, for you are source, and allowing that energy to now create your physical. So instead of the physical manifesting and the you becoming at ease, or you becoming within abundance and happiness, you are abundance, you are love, you are at ease, and then the physical becomes. This is how you take control over your life, by you acknowledging that you have the power to create it, by being within your frequency and then allowing all things to become that frequency of you. It's time for a divine healing. It's time for you to come into your authentic power. And this full moon in Leo is bringing powerful energies for you to break free of all that would hold you back, all that which would restrict you. Everything in the physical you give power, you're going to be able to shed and release in order for you to understand that you have always been the source of your power. It's time for you to break the shackles of the illusion, of the control, of the programming, and for you to become the free, divine, creating being you are. You are powerful, you are love, and you are being healed to the truth of the divine love you are. Okay, let's pull some cards, oracle cards. Let's see what's coming through, what healing, and also manifestation. Full moons are about manifestation. So yes, you cleanse and you release these restrictions, but what happens when you release restrictions? Freedom. What happens when you clear the path? Space for receptivity. So know that it's not all this heavy healing. This healing is for you to receive. It's for you to come to replenishment. You are literally releasing every single thing that's denying you from receiving. And it's imperative that you see these lessons that way, instead of reacting, instead of being saddened by these experiences and these lessons. It's a celebration, it's a rejoicing, because thank you for showing me that I'm still holding myself back there. Oh, thank you for showing me that I'm still giving that person power over me. What am I doing? Oh, thank you for showing me that I'm still displacing myself. I'm still suppressing myself. Thank you, Source, for showing me these areas where I deny myself the power of the Source Creator I am. Because how on earth can everything I want come in when I keep closing the door and giving it to other people, giving my power, my attention, my source to other people? who do not even know how to be, who don't even create from that space, because those who create from source will not require me to give up the source I am. They wish me to be in the fullness of my source. It's so important for you to understand that. Those who are within source creation will never ask you to betray yourself, to deny yourself. They do not require you to be lesser than for them to be. They understand that they are all, for they are from source. Only those who create in the absence of source need you to become lesser than in order for them to feel empowered. They need you to become crippled in order for them to be on top. And it's time for you to see this in all relationships, family, friendships. It's time for you to see the manipulation as clarity, and to see how you keep manipulating yourself, you keep tricking yourself into remaining in spaces that do not serve you. It does no one service. It doesn't do you a service to keep yourself in that restriction, and it doesn't do them a service because they never learn. They keep expecting others to be lesser than. They never take their complete power. They never grow. They never learn. You being in your authentic truth is the greatest teaching practice for all. You being in your truth, being source creating, being your authentic self, that's the greatest way you teach everyone. Because everybody who needs you to shift needs to learn. Why do I need you to shift for me to be happy? Why do I need you to be lesser than for me to be happy? Because that's not love. Why do I call love the sacrifice? That's not okay. Why should I ask you, demand you to stop existing in order for me to feel loved by you? That's not okay. That's how they learn. And some of them will learn and some of them won't learn, and it's okay. You're not liberating yourself in order for them to learn. You're liberating yourself in order for you to be free, in order for you to create your truth, your destiny. If they learn or not, well, that's up to them. It's time for your truth to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, to be manifest. Okay. Okay, these two cards just completely came through. Okay, this full moon in Leo. Observer number 49, which reduces down to a 5, so that 5 energy comes out again, changes. And number 44, thinker, which reduces to an 8. Let us begin with the observer. Okay, it is time for your new ideas to be born. It is time for new ideas to be born. Here you are, sitting on your egg, and it's time for these new ideas, for the new you, for the new you to be born into this physical reality. It's time for you to no longer just observe life, but to participate in it. But the only way you can truly participate is by being source. Every single being who is creating in the absence of source is truly not existing. You're simply just observing, no matter what you do. Because you're not existing, you're not being your truth. You're not present. As you are source, as you tap into source, as you create from that space, as you trust the frequency within you to guide you, and you create from that space, now you are participating. Now you are life itself. Now you are the frequency of being itself. In the texts for this card, it says, it is time for you to stop looking at the moon and wishing you could be it, but become it. Become the moon. Become that which you are. There's a powerful shift where you are no longer pretending. You're no longer being a mask. You're no longer being a show. You're no longer being a falsity. It's time for you to participate, to be the reality of your source of truth. You're shifting reality from the illusion into source creation frequencies. You're a powerful being, and it's time for you to now exist fully. Ooh, and Source is saying yes. And heal the observer energy to its awakened frequency, which is you are not just being this shadow observing life eternally because you're not your truth. No, you're now in your truth as Source creation, as Source creating. So you're now present and you're now active and participating in your life. And yet you are simply observing everybody else doing what they're doing. You do not need anybody else to shift from you. A true observer is one who is present within in their truth, their reality, in their core frequency, and are able to observe everybody else participating in their own creation without it disturbing their waters, disturbing their flow. You don't need anything else to change in the external for you to be. You are happy in your presence, and your presence creates the external of you. So now everything observing is of you, is delightful, is charming, is exciting, is nourishing, you're passionate about it. So it's time for the energy of the observer to be healed, to the awakened observer, not the one who's observing and gossiping and needing things to change and trying to manipulate and always being an illusion because you're not living your reality. No, but the one who is in their power, in their truth, no longer just watching life pass by, but actually creating it, manifesting it, allowing life to become them, life to become the Source you are, and enjoying the observations observing everybody else creating their beautiful life experience without judgment, without restriction, without trying to change them. Powerful energies here for the full moon. It's really, really you coming into the highest frequency of Source. The light, the physical becoming the highest frequency of Source. The divine masculine frequency awakening. With the thinker, great understanding returns to you at this time. You're finally really coming into seeing, where do you deny yourself? Where do you deny yourself flight? This is a beautiful fairy sitting at the edge of the box. Where do you deny yourself your magic? Where do you deny yourself the freedom, the truth of you? 44 is solid foundation. 8, as within without infinity. Where are the blockages to that infinity cycle? Where do I still hold myself back? How do I still create in a way that doesn't align with me? So you're receiving great knowledge, great light codes. You're going to really have almost an introspective experience this Leo full moon. And it doesn't mean that things won't happen in the physical. This is solar plexus energy, so it is an action energy. It's simply that the action is now aligned with your soul. So you're not just blindly, recklessly actioning. It's all inspired. It's all a frequency of you coming into your power, understanding where you deny yourself, understanding how you maybe give other things power, understanding how you react. You're really coming into great understanding, profound perception change, and profound wisdom returning to you to liberate yourself into the authentic creator you are. Let's pull some tarot. And again, we hear Spirit saying, these observations that you will be making this week as you are understanding clearly more than ever before what stands in your way during this full moon period, how you still hinder yourself or restrict yourself. This is not for you to feel worse or for you to feel bad. It's for you to grow, to come into knowledge in order for you to apply this knowledge to set yourself free. It's time that you shift your perspective and your perception about what you're experiencing. What you're experiencing right now in your reality isn't as punishment, is not for you to suffer. It's for you to see where you hold yourself back, how you still react to things, how you still give things emotional power or your own physical power, spiritual power, even emotional power, how mental power, how are you still operating which denies you from being in the fullness of your manifest life, fulfilling your dreams, fulfilling your destiny? And yes, it's not easy sometimes to come to these realizations, but it's time for you to accept that this is your power. You came here to heal humanity, to release the enslavement of true source creation from the illusion, to release the illusion, release the programming. And the only way you can do that is by you in your own life experience seeing how you hold yourself back. Not about anybody else. It's not about what other people are doing. Release them to their own creation. Release them to their own learning. It's about you. What are you doing which is denying you from being in your truth, from being in your power? And take action from there. Allow everybody else their own experiencing of you, their own reaction of you. You don't have to please them now, because that's again another way you hold yourself back. It doesn't mean you're now reckless and you're mean and you're unkind. No, you're simply doing that which you're inspired to, which allows a frequency of love and harmony and happiness and ease within you. And should other people not like this, why do they not like you being happy? Why do they not like you being free? Why do they not like you being within love? That is the questions for you to ask, in order for you to finally be, okay, so I see that these people, as much as it might feel like love, it's not really love. It's what I've been conditioned to believe is love, but it's not really love, because love would never deny me my existence, for I am love, and love would never deny itself its own existence. A frequency wouldn't deny itself its own existence. The frequency wants to be. Love wants to be, and you are love. Allow the being of your love at this time, because then you allow the action of your love. For when you are love, you be love. And when you be love, you create love, you action love. You are love, remember this. Be it and live it. It's time for you to live the love you are. The Emperor, look at that Aries energy. Again, solar plexus, the divine masculine frequency. First house Aries energy is all about how do you present yourself to the world. Are you in your truth or are you a falsity? And it's time for you to be in your truth. This is you being in your truth. And how does the Aries energy, how does it awaken? By following the flow of source within you, understanding that source isn't people have a misconception that the source within you is controlling you, and it's telling you what to do, and it's restricting you. You are source, you are source, you are source, you are source, you are source. The source within you is you, healing you back to your freedom, reminding you of who you are. You have had amnesia, and the source within you is trying to remind you of who you are, and sometimes you resist it because it's so different from what we learned during the amnesia. And source is saying, oh, stop making the amnesia, the lies, the deception, the illusion your reality. We are guiding you to the truth of who you really are. And yes, it's very different from what you have been taught and conditioned you are. It's a whole new programming. We require you to reset, completely reset, and break free from the old in order for you to truly step into your power. And this is the divine masculine healed. This is the light, the physical, taking the form of source within you. That is true power, you see. That is how you take control of your life. By you centering within love and ease and well-being. By you being you, you expressing you, you being your authentic self. That's true control. Because then everything now becomes your authentic self. Because everything honors you every single moment. Everything honors you. Everything honors you every single moment. So what are you honoring? What are you honoring? Are you still honoring the illusion of love? Because of guilt, because of obligation, because, oh, but it's family, what will people think? Why on earth are you giving other people power over you? We saw this beautiful post on, was it TikTok? Where it was, I think, a screenshot from a Twitter posting where someone had said, tradition is just peer pressure from dead people. And we giggled. Because yes, you are born and you're given all this, the culture, the race, the knowledge, the race, the gender. You're given all of these ways of being. You are literally born a fresh new frequency. You are born as source energy, ready to be source energy, ready to become the powerful creator of worlds you are. And before you have a chance, you are reprogrammed according to other people's pasts. And you are conditioned so thoroughly, but we have to keep it alive. We have to keep it going because it goes. And Source says, but you are eternal. And it doesn't mean you do not have gratitude or you do not appreciate what is. Of course, appreciate it, but let it go. You are forever. You simply did not wish, you don't want to be one thing forever. How boring and dull life would be. Everything has a season. And should you release everything that you think you need to hold on to, what remains is everything that pleases you, and you'll always be able to access that information. You'll always be able to access that knowledge, that wisdom. It's not gone, it's stored within your frequency. You don't have to prove it every time. You don't have to apply it every time. This is who I am because this is what I was told I have to be, and blah, 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 blah. This is my culture, this is my tradition, so keep it, fight for it. What are you fighting for? If you have to fight for something to be, it doesn't want to be. If you have to hold on to something, it doesn't want to be there. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Release and receive who you truly are. Release and receive what you truly are. Again, it doesn't mean we do not appreciate. We are so appreciative and we're so grateful for all the beautiful, delicious and various cultural, traditional, beautiful experiences this world has to offer. You have a new frequency, a new culture, a new tradition, a new way of being. You are here to weave into this frequency. You are allowed to weave in a new tradition, a new culture, a new way of being. You are allowed, you are allowed, you are allowed. Anything that disallows you, let it go. It's an imprisonment. It's toxic. It's manipulation. Be the truth of the source creator you are. Be the empowerment of love you are. Release that which no longer serves you. We are eternal beings. Nothing is meant to be permanent but the frequency of your soul. That's eternal. That's forever. Forever changing, forever becoming. Even your soul is fluid. Even the eternal soul you are is fluid, forever changes. You see, nothing is meant to remain fixed. For then you just remain imprisoned in that frequency forever. You are source. Should it please you? Should it please you to be there? Wonderful. But it doesn't please you because you keep asking for more. And the more you ask for requires you to free yourself from those spaces of limitation and restriction. There we are, the devil releasing the illusion, the constriction, releasing the restriction, the imprisonment of the divine feminine and masculine. It's time for you to see what you truly bring into the light, what you truly bring into manifestation, and heal it. You're breaking free of fear. Release the fear, release the fear, release the fear of being you. Release the fear of how people see you. We also watched, so thank you, Source is bringing all these things we've been observing. We watched another TikTok video. We don't really spend a lot of time on social media, but sometimes Source just says, have a little bit of a stroll. For lessons, of course. We understand that everything we're inspired for is lesson. And we saw this other clip of this young man and his sister. And we believe they have bleached his hair, peroxided. and we feel they were very traditional. Could have been maybe an Arabic frequency, and we feel they're quite traditional, and this bleaching of hair would not be acceptable in their culture or in their family. And they now went to present his hair to his parents, and the disappointment and the disgust and the shame from just changing hair color. It was fascinating for us to see how the true expression of self is denied and quashed away in order for a preservation of that which is long gone to be. Why would you deny your child from expressing themselves so beautifully? And he looked really, really, really good, okay? He looked good with this hair. So it wasn't as if it was this disaster. He looked really, really good. And for them not to be able to even appreciate that because their prejudice is so thick, they can't even see to that degree. They don't allow themselves to see that degree because that's the conditioning. That's the restriction. And so also saying, why would you still then hold yourself in that energy when you are on the path to complete empowerment and liberation and truth and creation? Stop giving all these people power, fear, how they're going to react, fear. And we saw the fear, we felt the fear from those two kids. And we're like, oh my gosh, imagine being terrified of showing your parents the color of your hair. What have we become as a human collective? So you, as these high frequency powerful healers, why do you still give power to those energies? Source is asking. And this is what you are healing. This is what you're observing. This is what you're coming to an understanding of. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Understand very clearly that those parents, those kids, they can't expect the parents to now appreciate what's happening because those parents are still under such rigid self-containment and programming and conditioning, and they won't get it. So it's not up to the kids to try to convince the parents, but it's for the kids to just be their truth. And we saw it. I mean, he changed his hair, peroxided his hair, so he fearlessly went for it, and he's being his truth. So now, who gets to learn there? The parents now get to learn. The kid's happy. He looks amazing. He's expressing himself. Why on earth are they angry? Why on earth are they still limiting and restricting? When you are in your power, see how you heal others. Yes, they might not react well to it, but it's not up to you to please them, to tend to their well-being of emotional stability. It's up to them to release you. They need to do the work. You be in your truth and allow them to do the work. Don't let fear keep you back from being in your truth. Don't let fear keep you back from being in your truth. Don't let fear keep you back from being in your truth. Don't let fear keep you back from being in your truth. Don't let the fear of what other people think. Goodness, don't give people that power over you. Because the people you give that power to, they're not even creating from source. Because if they were, you wouldn't be fearing. Because they would celebrate you. So do you see who you give power to? You literally give power to the illusion. No matter who they are, no matter who they are in your life. Should they disallow you from being in your truth, you give power to the illusion, to what's not real. Release. Let them learn. You will survive. You will be fine. Source says you'll be more than fine. You'll be the emperor. You will literally be so good. Stop fearing what you become. You are becoming the butterfly and you're leaving the caterpillars. Let the caterpillars be. The caterpillars are amazing. We love the caterpillars. They're beautiful. They're glorious. And the experiencing of the caterpillar was everything and more. But now we are done. And it's time for you to now honor the transformation process in the cocoon and release and release and release in order for you to become the butterfly, because that's where you are held back. You keep wanting more, you keep asking for more, and you're frustrated not receiving more, and yet look at how you still hold yourself back. These little ways, these little micro adjustments you keep making. You can't receive all that you are. The butterfly would never be a full-flown butterfly if it kept making micro adjustments to the caterpillar. It would have the body of the caterpillar, maybe. It would have, it needs to let go completely, a full, complete let go, release to become the butterfly. You need to do a full, complete let go, release. And this is coming very powerfully during this full moon in Leo. You are really receiving this like never before. However it is going to apply in your life, you're all at different stages, so you're all releasing different things at different parts. So you are going to see it, you're going to feel it, and all we ask is that you invest in you. Knight of Pentacles, it's been a long journey, yes, but it's been you finally investing in you, planting each seed in each pentacle on your path, on your journey, for your liberation, for your freedom, for your truth. And look, this being is wearing purple, violet, which is the crown chakra. You're finally allowing that which you receive to be aligned with you. Your mind space is open to the investment of you, to the restoration of you. You are now building, rebuilding your foundation to you. Release fear. Release the fear of investing in you. Release the fear of doing you, of being on your journey. Do not fear that which you become. You become everything and more. It comes again, Five of Swords, yes. You see here, mirroring the Emperor, second guessing, doubting, holding yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. Don't second guess. Yes, it's quite a path. It's quite a journey. It's quite a lesson. It's quite a healing. Don't go into your mind overthinking, analysis paralysis. You're going to receive the knowledge. You don't have to try to decipher and make sense of things and try to please people to make them happy with you. Release. It doesn't work. You'll never make people happy. If people need you to make them happy, they can't make themselves happy, because if someone could make themselves happy, they wouldn't need you to make them happy. So understand, those who need you to make them happy are people who are innately unable to receive happiness because they refuse to allow themselves happiness to begin with. That's why they need you to be miserable for them to be happy. They need you to be miserable with them so they feel happy in their own misery. They need you to be sad with them, lackful with them, angry with them, jealous with them, resentful with them, bitter with them, in order for them to feel empowered in their bitterness. Don't give people that power, no matter who they are. Let go to love. Let go to love. Let go to the love you are. Claim your power. Be your truth. Be who you are. Authentic expression is the key ingredient, is the power of this full moon in Leo. Authentic expression, authentic being, authentic existence, authentic creation, you being in your truth, fearlessly investing in you and releasing the anxiety, releasing the second guessing, no longer doubting yourself. Don't doubt your power. You are an emperor, an empress, goddess, God force creator. You are source energy. You are so powerful. Step into your truth. Step into the light through source energy. Let the light honor you. Let the physical honor you as the source energy you are. Fearlessly step into your truth. Fearlessly step into your truth. Fearlessly be the truth you are. Step into your power, divine creators. You are love, and it's time that you allow those who see you in your power to be who you attract into your life experience. Because when you now attract those people, oh goodness, they're going to celebrate you. They're going to love you. They're going to commend you. You're going to feel, oh goodness, why did I hold myself back? They're going to be so proud of you. They're going to enjoy spending time with you, not because of what they can get from you, but because of just your energy, because they're happy and whole in their frequency. They're happy. They are creating. They are fully aware of their power and they are shining. They don't need you. They don't need you. They literally do not need you. And that should be the most liberating and freeing. Not, oh no, they don't need me, then what's my purpose? It's not that. That's when you still hold them emotionally responsible for who you are. They don't need you. You are free. They don't require you. You are free. You are free in their presence. They are there because they want to, not because they have to. You are free. You are there because you want to, not because you have to. You are free. But the only way for you to attract those beings is for you to be it yourself, because they will not sacrifice themselves for you, you see. You keep wanting these people, you keep calling in these energies, but I want people like this, and they're like sourcing, they are out there, but they will not choose a lower frequency in order to find you. You be the energy you wish, and you will attract them. Don't ask them to step down into your frequency like the others around you are asking you to step down into their frequency. You're not going to do that. And remember, the down and up doesn't mean better or worse. This is not a hierarchy. It's simply a different frequency. So don't expect them to step into a frequency that doesn't serve them in order for you to find them eventually. You need to be the frequency to call them into your energy. Everything you want, your manifestations, your dreams, your relationships, you need to be the frequency to call them in. And this week you are seeing exactly where you're denying yourself from being that frequency. In which way, in what way you deny yourself, you limit yourself, you restrict yourself from being the frequency of love, of source you truly are. Blessed be.